Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. My name is Scott Reich, and this is Crime Talk. Thanks for joining us. As you may be able to tell, we are live. We are not in the Crime Talk studios. We are broadcasting this morning on Sunday, September 7th, here at the Gaylord Hotel at CrimeCon, day 3 of CrimeCon. I think we got everything working here. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's been great out here being able to meet literally the Crime Talk aficionados who have been with us from the beginning, as well as new people that have joined since, while we've been here. It's been great meeting everybody. People come up and say, Scott, we cook dinner together every night. We fold laundry together every night. And it is the kind of the highest compliment I could actually say that, you all let me into your lives. And it's great meeting people, and people said, I feel like I know you. And it's great to talk to everybody and just come up. Everybody's been so nice. And we only had one person who didn't like me. And it turned out to be he's a detective, but he's working a side gig here this weekend doing security. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and I said, I know you. And he looks at me, oh, I know who you are. And anyway, I'm like, oh, I didn't get a good vibe from him. And then he walked back around, maybe a few hours later. And I said, what case did we work on? I said, I know you, but I can't place the case. And he told me the case. And it was it was kind of an ugly, nasty case. He was the detective on it. And, my client was found not guilty. And he did not like that. He thought that apparently I was a little too rough on the child witness on the case, but it is cross-examination, and somebody's liberty was at stake where they could spend the rest of their life in prison. And on that cross-examination, the child admitted that her mother had put her up to fabricating allegations. Now, nobody wants an innocent man to go to jail, and guess what? Neither did the jury. They found him not guilty, but he thought that I was a little too rough on the kid. But if the truth comes out, then so be it. And so we chatted. By the end of it, we shook hands. And I still don't think he likes me, but that's okay. I liked him. And, everybody's just doing their job. And I told him, at the end of the day, if we talked, we'd probably agree on more than we disagree on. And so it was good. So, like I said, we've had a booth set up here all weekend since Friday. And it has been great. So we went to CrimeCon years ago when it was in Las Vegas, and it was during COVID. And I don't know, it was kind of weird because it was during that COVID time. It was really weird. And then just because of some scheduling issues, we weren't able to go. Last year, we were able to go to Nashville because I was actually going to a court appearance the following Monday in North Carolina for a federal court matter. And so I stopped by, and it was great. And people, said hi, and it was wonderful. And to come here, though, and be able to be set up and be here all day, which I might say is exhausting. I must say, normally I sit throughout the day, and to be able to stand, my feet have been tired all day. It's tough work. Anyway, I say that jokingly. All right. I'm just honored, to be able to meet everybody. And so many people have come up. They've been so nice, so gracious, saying, Scott, like I said, we do laundry together. We do the dishes every night, that kind of thing. And that they listen to me and they like our content, which was nice, because some days you think, man, it's just really nice to have somebody say, yeah, I really like your content. I like the way you do it. I like how it's the facts, the law, no BS, no crazy speculation, anything along those lines. It's just, and it's been great. So, if I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. To everyone that follows, subscribes, watches, whether you're a member, Patreon, anything along those lines, thank you. If I haven't said it enough, thank you. I appreciate you. And I understand that over all of our different platforms that we're on, between YouTube and Facebook and Rumble, I think we're almost at 780,000 subscribers and followers. So that is amazing to me. And I realize, it's not about me, it's about you all, because if you did not watch and did not, come back, that there wouldn't be Crime Talk at all. So I'm just your humble little servant here, trying to provide you the knowledge that I have as it relates to, criminal law cases, kind of providing that inside baseball scoop of here's what's really going on, here's what you may be able to expect next. And I think we've called that pretty accurately over the years, beginning with the Chris Watts case, where I said, oh, there's going to be a guilty plea. And even with the Kohberger, after the motions hearings were done, we said, motions are a watershed moment. And when they lost all of their motions, got no play on anything, that I anticipated that there would be a guilty plea. I said the defense is probably over there groveling with the prosecution, trying to get a life without the possibility of parole offer. And sure enough, we were in fact correct. So once again, it's all about you all, not about me. So thank you for everything that we've been able to do. And even though this was in our backyard, CrimeCon 2025 was in our backyard, we had to be here, right? Absolutely. And wouldn't change our plans at all. And I think the next one's going to be in Las Vegas in May. So we'll have to plan on being there as well. And, once again, getting out there to meet people as well. Frank's looking at me. Is everything okay? So it's, I don't know. Can we take a quick stroll for it? Can we kind of show the background here of all the people? And I don't know, just so to give some perspective, we came in Friday, we set up at noon. And from the time that the doors opened, we were people just constantly coming by, saying hi. We've been giving away. Hello? Do you follow us? That's okay. Do you follow us?
I do follow you. I followed you for a long time.
Well, you want to have a seat? We're doing a live. Come tell us what you think of CrimeCon.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, have a seat.
Let's
make sure your mic is on here.
Okay.
All right. Are we good? Frank's good. Come on. All right.
Okay. Would I be able to get a picture with you at some point?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You've been doing that the entire time.
Yay.
So, Lisa, where are you from?
Lisa. So, I live in Maryland,
Okay.
but I was stationed there with the military.
Okay.
I know you're former Marine.
I am.
I was Air Force.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you for your service.
My son's in the Air Force right now.
My dad was Army for 22 years.
Okay.
And then he said, join the Air Force. I'm his daughter.
I told my son, go Air Force.
Mm-hmm. But I love your podcast.
Well, thank you.
I've been enjoying it for years.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Have you been here all 3 days?
Yes, I got here Friday morning. I actually changed my flight so that I could get here early.
Okay.
Changed my flight so I could leave late. And then yesterday I went and did Denver stuff. Like nature. And I wanted to see, the outdoor stuff. I wanted to see Garden of the Gods. And so that's what I did yesterday.
Well, good. Great.
But I'm so excited to see you.
Well, thanks for being here. Seriously, we've been meeting and greeting. Did you get a tag?
I did, and I took one for my sister.
Take
too.
another one.
Okay,
we have plenty. You take as many as you want.
Thank you so much. My sister wanted to be here, and she couldn't make it, so maybe next year in Las Vegas. But this is my first one.
Okay.
So
have you enjoyed it? It was a good experience?
I've loved it. It is, I just got out of the Aurora shooting, the Aurora Theater. That was so well done. And the presenters were just, they got several standing ovations. It was just incredible. And at some point, like when they were discussing, like they walked us through the moment by moment, playing the different dispatch videos, recordings and things.
Pretty powerful, huh?
It was very powerful. It was very moving. And I think people in the room were moved because the reason I think so many of us are interested in this, and in particular women, it seems like. I knew this was going to be chock full of women.
There's a lot of women here.
There's a lot of women.
But there's about 7,000 people here. I was talking to one of the people in charge when we were coming in. How many people do you think showed up? It's close to 7,000 people.
I thought it was actually more than that. No?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they don't have a final number, but he thought it was getting close to 7,000 people.
Okay. It's been a lot, but everybody has been very courteous and respectful, and I like that.
Oh, it's been, this is, there's some convention things, not CrimeCon, but there's always troublemakers or something weird.
Right.
Not here at all. People all come together. They all have the same interest. I've met people that have met people in seminars.
Right.
They keep in touch and they come back every year.
I've seen that happen throughout, where people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you, and everyone here we're standing in line waiting to get in, and we'll discuss cases. And I love being able to discuss cases with other people who know the cases.
Yeah.
In particular, the Adelson case that I just finished.
Think they're going to go after Wendy?
What?
Are they going to go after Wendy?
Oh, absolutely they will.
I think they are too.
I believe, in my opinion, that Georgia Kappelman has been holding stuff back for Wendy's case. And at first I thought they don't have enough to go after Wendy, but during the trial, and I watched every day of the trial. Did
you watch it on Crime Talk?
Yes.
All right.
Good
answer.
I actually listened to it while I was at work.
Okay, perfect. A lot of people do that.
Yes. So I had it on, but I was working because.
Of course.
100%. But when people tried to go into down different lines of like answering a question, they would be stopped. Georgia would stop them, or I forget the other the other female blonde prosecutor's name, but
her name escapes me.
She was fantastic too. They were both so good, but they would stop them and not let them finish the answer. And I believe it's because it would open that door, and then they would, not that I think the defense had anything, they really did not, but.
Listen, she's 75 years old.
Yeah.
She knows the gig was up.
Yeah.
There was some talk about an offer, but everything would have been a life sentence.
Yeah.
And you go to trial.
Right.
I just did that trial a couple weeks ago. I had a 67-year-old client.
Right.
Like, let's go for it. We got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll create some appellate issues, but either way, she's probably going to spend the rest of her life in prison.
So one thing that I was, and I won't continue to talk your ear off.
No, that's okay. It's great. It's great.
So I was watching the Donna trial, and I really want them to go after Wendy so bad. Like, I am waiting for that arrest. And I was like thinking maybe it would break this weekend. I don't know, because I heard someone say on a different podcast I was listening to yesterday, Wendy shouldn't buy any green bananas. And I thought that was awesome.
That's a good line.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I forget which podcast I was listening to, but I was driving down to Colorado Springs and I was listening to that, and I was like, nailed it. But what I was going to say was, and especially for someone like you, how do you manage, like, you put someone on trial who's like elderly, like Donna, or like the person that you prosecuted, I'm assuming?
No, I was defense attorney.
Oh, you were defense, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were defending them.
Yeah, I'm defending them, yeah.
But you've been a prosecutor.
I have.
And you were a JAG officer.
Correct.
Yes. So I have a hard time with that spot in my heart that's like, Donna, when she made that outburst after she was convicted, I was like, I don't want to see anyone feel that way. But then I heard at a podcast or one of the seminars here, someone said, and it wasn't even related to that, but they said, that's justice. And justice is unflinching, and justice is...
justice should come with neither passion nor prejudice.
Right.
Here's the facts. Here's the law.
Right.
Let the chips fall where they may.
I could never do that line of work. I would be too,
No, I get it. And that's probably why they made her some sort of offer in which to plead guilty. But she said, let's go for it. I think she thought maybe her daughter wasn't going to testify, but there's so much, and it's not just one piece of evidence. It's just this piece and this piece and this piece. And you put it all together.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yep.
And that is sometimes hard for people to overcome that too. And I think with Wendy, it's going to be a largely circumstantial case. But there are a couple of things that were said in the trial, well, on the phone calls, on the recordings. And one of them was like, Wendy, you've been protected by your lawyer. And I feel like, protected from what? Like, obviously, she either knew or she was accessory after the fact. She definitely, I mean, she went to the crime scene. That's hard to overcome.
What did she know and when did she know it?
Right.
Big questions, right?
So she may or may not get a life sentence, but I think she should definitely, honestly, I would rather see her in prison than Catherine McManawa, who I don't understand why she turned down that deal.
People think it'll never happen to them.
Well, I can tell you, and this is what I tell everyone, nobody's worth killing for. Ain't nobody worth prison.
Just to get a divorce.
Just get a divorce.
It'll be expensive, but it'll be okay. It's better than losing your liberty for the rest of your life and dying in prison.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And eating bad food every day and sleeping in an uncomfortable bed. And I'm too soft. I would not like that. I would not enjoy that.
Well, doesn't she look like she aged about 20 years
Donna,
since she's been in custody?
Wait till we see Wendy after she's been in custody for a couple of years. No more Botox, no more, hairdos and makeup. I think Wendy will be looking kind of like Lori Vallow looks now. Lori Vallow was a very attractive woman. A couple years in prison, not looking so good anymore.
Nope. Not getting the hair.
No.
Yeah, no.
She got that prison makeup on. So
Here, do you want to use your phone and we'll give it to Frank? He can take a picture.
Yes.
And you can say that you were a co-host on Crime Talk at CrimeCon.
I would love to see. I can show you. I'm a subscriber.
I appreciate it. Here, hand Frank your phone.
Okay.
Unlock it. We'll take a picture right here in the booth.
Thank you.
Live.
Thank you. I'm
and
so
you
excited.
can say, it's okay to put my arm around here?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lawyer, lawyer, lawyer.
Thank you so much.
There you go. You're I think you're the first official co-host that we've ever had.
Really?
On Crime Talk. Yeah, you were just walking by, right? I
loved it.
I said, have a seat. Tell me about your experience at CrimeCon.
Loved it. I've so enjoyed being here. I'll definitely be back. I guess I'll go to Vegas next year. It's not my favorite.
I know place, Vegas is Vegas. As I get older, I can do about a day and a half in Vegas, two at the most.
And I've already done it in my youth. So
exactly,
it's just not as appealing anymore. But this place is amazing. It's got the outdoor aspect, which I love. So I love Colorado.
I'm glad you love Colorado.
I
live here.
You live here. Are you from here?
Yeah, I grew up here in Denver. Other than when I was in the military, I've always lived in Denver.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. My dad was stationed. My mom left Florida. She whatsoever. And she's never been out of the state.
Colorado Springs is always cold. We used to go down there and do training when I was in the reserves.
Right.
We were an artillery battery, and it would be the middle of July.
Right.
And I would still be freezing. It was so cold. It's right up against the mountains. It's closer to the mountains than Denver is.
Yes. I tried to get up.
It was snowing.
Yesterday?
Yeah, it was Friday. I think they had on the news that it snowed at Pikes Peak.
I knew that there was, so I tried to get up and they were like, you can't weather. So I'm coming back.
All right.
Because I need to go to Pikes Peak. I need to go and do Garden of the Gods again. It was so beautiful. So.
Well, thank you for being the first official co-host.
Thank you so much,
guest
Scott
here
Wright.
at CrimeCon. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Josh.
Hey. Hello,
come on in. How are you?
How are you?
Good. We decided to do a quick little live here.
I like it.
Yeah, here, put on some headphones so you can
hear. You got to get me on a.
There we go. Can you hear it?
You got to get me on a
I don't
booster
like these
seat
stands,
so I don't look so short next to you.
These stands are, I don't know why, but they're just so tall, and I'm not sure why that is, but we haven't used them in years. They're like the road trip stuff. So tell everybody here, what's your experience like been here at CrimeCon?
It has been so wild. It's such an enthusiastic, happy group of people. Yeah. It's so funny. So my niece came for the first time yesterday.
Okay.
Because the 1-year-old with us. It's actually her 1-year birthday over this weekend.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a surprise
Congratulations.
birthday for her. Yeah. But my niece doesn't know anything about CrimeCon. Never been to an event, not really into the true crime world. And just seeing the reaction on her face was worth the price of admission. Just the pure, like, oh my God, what is this?
And I don't. You stayed here at the hotel, right?
Yes.
So I drove in. Friday, not a big deal. Yesterday morning, the amount of traffic, I literally was thinking, where is everyone going to be? And I talked to somebody at the door that was a staff member. I said, how many people do you have? This is probably close to 7,000 people.
Wow.
So 7,000 people who are all interested in true crime.
Yeah. 7,000 happy people.
Happy people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all happy to be here. There's no Debbie Downers.
No.
I mean, it's like everybody's excited. It's we're coming up talking.
And it's extremely, I'm trying to think of the right word, but it's like very respectful of the subject matter too.
Yes.
It's very victim centric, very, we're talking about really heavy duty stuff, but it's done in such a respectful way, and highlighting the stories of what people have gone through. And I'm very, very happy that we came and very proud to be part of the community.
Yeah, it's been amazing. This is, I guess, officially my second one. We've actually done it. Third one, we were at Nashville last year. We just kind of showed up because I was on my way to North Carolina for a court appearance on Monday morning. But this has been great. I mean, it's exhausting. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm tired. My feet are tired.
Yeah, I did not anticipate how many hours I would spend actually standing up and on my feet. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm going to be sitting down at the booth quite a bit. No, not at all. Didn't even use the chairs.
I was going to say, this is probably the first time I think I sat down maybe to eat a bite of lunch, because it has been a constant stream of people just coming by, saying hi. And I don't know about you, but I just feel this kind of charge the batteries up.
Yeah.
Humble feeling that when people come up and they talk, like, oh, we really like your show. We appreciate what you do. It's like, wow, I gotta step up my game, And
I'll tell you, the other thing that blew my mind is we brought out actually a map at our booth, and we had people leave a little sticker wherever they were in the country. And we thought, well, it's in Denver. We're probably going to get a lot of people on the mountain areas and the west side of the country. It was all over the country. The map is filled in completely. You wouldn't be able to tell where the convention was by the map. And we got more than one complaint saying, hey, I'm from Argentina. I'm from England. Where am I on this map? So maybe next time we'll have to include the whole world.
We met a couple people from other countries. Several from Canada came down. People from Alaska that have traveled down. I mean, literally from everywhere. It's it's amazing. And, you just you do your show and you think about it, but you don't think about all these people. And this is just a small sliver of the people that have this common interest, and they love to talk about it and want to know the law and the facts, and it's great.
Yeah, we're so used to sitting in our office / podcast studio, whatever it is, spare bedroom, storage room, whatever it is, staring at a computer screen, and you're talking to people, but you don't realize it till you get here and see a mass of people. And we went to the they have the Clue Awards. We went there last night, and it was breathtaking, the amount of maybe 3,000 people or something inside of that ballroom. They filled up the entire ballroom. So the general theme here is there's a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah, when we came on before you sat down, I was telling how humbling it was, because we had so many people come up and say, I know you. We do dinner together every night. I cook dinner with you. I fold laundry to you. And it's just like so humbling. I mean, I guess some people are like, oh, your ego should be. No, it's like humbling that these people, there's so many options out there that they can do. And the fact that they take the time to, take a moment to listen to me and to you, it's like, wow, it's just. It
is humbling. Yeah. People saying, thank you for what you're doing. And I'm so touched saying, thank you for even listening.
I know. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, right? I mean, that was why we did this. It wasn't necessarily to be like, hey, come have a picture. Meet the people and literally say thank you for watching, because we can see the comments and try to respond the best we can, but it's nice seeing people face to face and literally saying, I watch you every day. I've been watching you for the last 7-8 years. I love you. And it's just like, wow, like It's
Yeah,
great.
it's very, very, like you said, humbling is the word that comes to mind.
Yeah. So you're going to go to CrimeCon in May.
Yeah, we already bought our tickets. We're ready.
All right,
we're
gonna
going to
have book it,
Vegas.
block it out. Let the judges know we're not available. Yeah, I mean, and just we're not getting paid anything by CrimeCon. In fact, we paid to be here.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's worth the
100%
time and the expense, and just for the interaction with the fans. It's just absolutely amazing.
And like you said, rating, it makes it's hard work. I mean, you're a working lawyer. I'm a working lawyer. Yeah. I'm certainly not trying to complain, but it is bandwidth runs very low. You feel very stretched thin. Have a 1-year-old. I have 2 other girls, so we're busy. But you come here and you're like, you know what? It's worth it. We're putting in a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. We feel very fulfilled and re-energized.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. It's like, man, I got to step up my game. I got to keep these people happy. They have expectations, So it's great.
Exactly.
Why don't you, while you're here, give us tell us about your podcast for people that don't know.
I have a podcast called Courtroom Confidential. I was a former prosecutor in the LA District Attorney's Office. I was there for about just over 10 years. I left. I went into private practice, like very similar career path that you had. As a criminal defense attorney, I've been doing that ever since. And we started our podcast about a year ago. And our mission is kind of, with my background, to hopefully give people both sides of the courtroom on these cases. We follow a lot of the same cases, kind of current criminal cases. We don't talk about so much like cold cases and unsolved crimes, but we're like, once someone's been arrested, what is that process? What does that look like heading into trial? How are they going to prove this? Kind of the intricacies of a trial and what goes into admitting evidence and things like that. And so we have live shows on YouTube, and we also have a recorded podcast that we release on YouTube and on audio as well. So, and we've done interviews. You've been one of our. We interviewed you. If you guys want to know all the background on Scott, check it out. We have an episode where we interview fellow creators and just kind of get into their background and what brought them into this crazy true crime podcasting world.
It's one of those things. Going back in law school. One, it didn't exist, but never would have thought that I would be doing it at all. But it's been great. It's not like haven't quit the day job just yet, so to speak. No. But who knows? You never know where it may lead. Yeah. But it's just fun. It's fun explaining, and that's the reason why we started. Is because I remember watching the evening news on the Chris Watts trial, and the lady on the news doing her 15-30-second plug. Didn't know the difference between a preliminary hearing and an arraignment and what happened next. And I was just like, man, I could do better than that. Yeah. And not because I know everything, but it's like, I'm a high rep learner, but I've been doing it for a while. I can let you know what I anticipate is probably going to happen. It's been fun.
Yeah. My wife turns to me about a year ago and says, I've got this idea. I know how busy you are, but I really think we need to start our own podcast. And I'm like, listen, I'm busy, but this is your project. I'm happy to give it a try, but this is your thing. I still got to keep the lights on around the house. And like anything else, slowly the side project became the main project. And now we spend more time doing this than anything else. But we've grown. I remember how, thrilled we were to have our first, 100 views on YouTube or something. And now we're, we got nominated for an award last night here at CrimeCon. So we're just very, very, again, humbled. Thank you very much. Humbled, pleased by the response. And you're right. People do have a hunger to learn more than just kind of that superficial coverage that you might get on the nightly news.
On the evening news, they've got the sports, the weather, the three-legged dog story. And oh, by the way, really bad things are happening in your community. But next, the Broncos play tomorrow.
Exactly.
They do the feel good, the weather, and sports. And oh, by the way, the teacher got arrested down the street. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's one of those things where I think there is that hunger for people. They want the knowledge. It's interesting. And, behind, like I said, the inside baseball scoop of how things really work versus just, they appeared in court and pled guilty, or there's going to be a trial. Okay, but why is there going to be a trial?
Yeah, people hear stuff talked about during trials, and it kind of breezes past you or I because we're so conversant in that, and people want to know. I remember, the Donna Adelson trial here was a big news
this past week,
recently, and she got convicted, and I know a lot of people have been following that. And we had so many questions about Wendy Adelson and what is use immunity, and could you explain that to us, and how does that all work? And that's starting to get into the weeds on criminal law, and people loved it. They want to know, well, what does that mean? And what do you mean it can't be used against her? What if she admits to murder on the stand, and how does that all work?
Why can't she refuse to testify?
Right,
Well, she's got immunity.
Right.
She can take contempt, but
right.
Is it worth it? No, just go ahead and tell the truth.
Fascinating
it is very interesting, and I think they're, we had somebody that literally just walked by, got up before you, and she said she was listening to maybe somebody, and said that Wendy Adelson probably shouldn't buy any 2 green bananas.
No, I don't think so. I think
she's going to be charged sooner rather than later, maybe after sentencing.
That does seem to be the hot topic. And I will say, if you watch that trial, she played an outsized role in the trial for what it should have been, which made me think, they're shining up, they're oiling up their handcuffs.
They're coming for her.
Yeah.
I mean, they start off, they got the shooters, they got the people actively involved, and they're working their way down through the co-conspirators.
It's remarkable. It's remarkable what that prosecution team has done.
It very is. I mean, it was very good. They're very good too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very good. And obviously a lot of people know about it there in Tallahassee, but give them, jurors take their jobs very seriously, and they know the consequences. They know how serious it is, and so you got to respect the jury verdicts.
Yeah.
You really do, because they made the best decision they can. I think they all take it very seriously, and they realize somebody's liberty is at stake. So they're going to do their best job. And
they seem very thoughtful.
You can't second guess it. You can appeal it, but don't second guess the jury's decision.
Right.
They made the best decision they can with the information that they had.
Right.
So one more time, because we're going to shut it down here. Give us the name of your YouTube channel, podcast.
Yeah, Courtroom Confidential. Check us out. We're on YouTube. If you're a podcast person, we've got a podcast as well. We'd love to have you. We've like I said, if for nothing more, go check out our interview with Scott to find out all the details of how he became the man that sits before you today.
Yeah, something like that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to
absolutely
end it down. We just thought we'd do a quick live because we hadn't done a show, and 280 people showing up, but
I love it.
It'll get a lot of views throughout the day.
I love it.
And I still believe we don't have a lot of guests on our show, but when we do, it's good. And rising tide raises all boats.
100%. Internet is plenty enough big for all of us.
It's totally big enough, and people can work together and collaborate and do things. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
And we tell people to come by. Hey, you check us out. Nope, never heard of you, Scott. Okay, well,
here's
a QR code. Check us out. And if you like us, come back. If you don't, I mean, that's okay too. There's a big market out there, and you can do it. So all right,
my friend. Thank you again.
Everybody.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna head out. Thanks for watching. Remember, the drill. Subscribe if you haven't. Like if you do. Leave us a comment below. Hit that little bell for notifications, and you can check us out on any of your favorite podcasting apps. So this is CrimeCon 2025, Denver. Thanks for joining us. We'll have a show for you on Monday. Have a wonderful day, and remember, the Constitution matters.